Hey y'all, Mississippi Survivor here. I want to share something with you. I'm not going to take long, it's going to be short. But I do want to share something with you. It's a lot of people I've talked to, and we have had the discussion that, hey, oh, you can't drink rainwater. It's contaminated. It's running off the roof and all that right there, which I have no understanding. And okay, yeah, it is running off the roof. I understand that. But that's what filtering is for. But you trying to make a comparison with me that the water, and I did this with somebody because more than one person I talked to about this. So I decided to make this video just to prove a point and how lost, not only to prove a point, but how lost the government got so many people to think that you are brainwashed. Like, hey, this don't work and you can't do this because this is toxic, and everything that's being said is total opposite. Believe me, it's opposite. And I wouldn't say it was opposite of the things that I know because I've did them. I've done it, and I know that it's baloney. It's untrue. And when you reveal something that's so-called the truth that's not the truth, it raises all types of red flags, and people don't like when you do that. So, but this is a topic that's been talked about for quite some time, even across the internet and all that. So I won't be the first or the last to talk about it. So let's get to proving this point to my three compadres, my three friends that telling me that, hey, you can't do that. We got the faucet water, and they think that the water coming from tap is cleaner than rainwater. So let's go through a scenario. When you use a ceramic filter, or if you got a ceramic filter and you use gravity fed, which I do, I love them. So if you're doing that and that water is feeding down gravity, it's coming through. It's got to compress through those really fine holes on that ceramic filter and get through and drop on the other side, and it filters it down to make it clean. Okay. It's kind of hand in hand. They need to understand that when God's water hits the ground, it is a process, just like a filtration process. Our rainwater, whatever water hits the ground, I don't care what you got in it, poop, loop, or doop, it don't make no difference. When it hit the ground, it's just like the closest thing that I can find to describe the process that God has with cleaning the water and bringing it and dropping it back down in the form of rain would be distilling almost. Would be distilling. That's the closest thing I can think of. Because when you distill water, the water, no matter what the trash is and all that you got in the water and turns to vapor. It evaporates. Trash is not going to evaporate. The water is going to evaporate, and it's going to leave all the trash behind. And when it leaves that trash behind, that water, if you got a system like a distiller, it's going to capture those vapors, and then it's going to go over into another cylinder. And then when you drop to that other cylinder, you got fresh, clean water. It has zero vitamins in it, though, but it's fresh, clean water to drink. And I warn you, if you're going to drink distilled water, make sure you put some type of vitamins or minerals in it. Because when you drink it, it's going to take 50% of the vitamins from your body when it passes through. So make sure you drink You put some vitamins in this water. Now, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer on this video for the sake of this YouTube. I am not a doctor, and I'm just not a doctor. So this is just what I believe, and this is what I'm gonna do. Now, everybody else is at your own discretion. You can do what you want to do. You can seek physical or whatever physician that you feel like you want to do. But this is what I'm saying. But that process, now, when the same thing with God's process, when the rain comes down, it's going to evaporate that. It's going to go through the atmosphere. When it's going through the atmosphere, it's cleaning it. Clouds, all this, it cleans it. When it comes back through as rain and comes from the clouds, it's clean. I ain't never I've really seen it drop no dirty rain. Now, I've heard of people saying acid rain, but you got to look at what area they're in, where they are. You know what I'm saying? That's causing them to have acid rain. Or what part of the world you're in that's giving you acid rain. But I never experienced it. I don't know a whole lot about that, so I'm going to leave that alone. But what I am going to tell you is my battle with him was he thinks that this tap water is cleaner than the water that comes just because it fall out of the sky, hit the roof, and fall on the ground, a bucket or whatever you collecting, and he thinks that it's cleaner coming out of the tap. Sir, and sir, I want to try to prove you wrong today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to be quick because I know you got things to do. Because I do too. The thing I got to do is give you another video. So, here we go. We're going to come over here to the sink. You'll come over here. And as you can see, I want you to see this faucet. Okay. Then I'm going to thaw out. I'm actually going to pull this out. Because I don't want you to think I'm doing no magical tricks like people do. So take this. See that water running? It's real. It's real water. I'm from the sip town. Water. Set that water down. Okay. This is a TDS tester. See what's going on with your water and what the parts per million is in your water. So let's turn that on. As you can see, that tester says 0 all day long. I really want y'all to see this. So now I'm gonna drop this in the water. When I drop it in the water, it's gonna tell you what the parts per million is. Now, I just dropped it in the water. And if you can see it, that parts per million is at 230. Is that 231? Yep, 231 is what that parts per million is at. Okay. Same one. No tricks. Pull that out. Now, we're going to go outside. And we're going to go to the rainwater. And we're going to see what the rainwater has to say about all this. Take you off the banister. And we're on our way, people. Close it. All right, people. Now we're outside. I want to show you the bucket. This is the bucket. I want you to see me get this water out of this bucket. You see the water? Now, not only I want you to see the water in the bucket, I want you to see all the leaves and trash that's in the bottom of this bucket that have been flying over from trees. I want you to see this. Now, you see that, right? Now, I want you to see me take the same glass I just had in the house, and I'm going to dip this water out of this bucket. Okay? Same glass. Dip the water out of the bucket. Same glass. No tricks. Same glass. All right. Now, I'm gonna set this glass down right here. Now, here's my parts per million. I'm gonna stick this in there. Give me 1 second. Now, I just stuck it in there. Now, tell me what they say. What it say? What does it say? 000. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Who has the best filtration system in the world? Jesus Christ. The best filtration system you ever want to see. This came straight from the air, straight to the bucket, and it had trash in it, and it still had 0 parts per million. 0 parts per million. No, the machine ain't broke. 0 parts per million. Now, we stuck at 0. It's supposed to go forward now and give you something. Look at it. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, the tap water in the house is almost, it's 230 parts per million, which is supposed to be safe by the guidelines to the USDA, I guess. Supposed to be safe too. That's supposed to be safe, but I don't want to drink nothing with 200 some parts per million in it. Tell them what I'm drinking. So, no. And that water, that would be great for some good old watering your plants, make your plants grow. And the funny thing about God's filtration system, we have to do all types of stuff to do what God's filtration system does in one whole swipe. It gives you clean water, and on top of it is minerals in the water. It doesn't strip the water like reverse osmosis or distilling. It doesn't strip it of minerals. It just cleans it. I don't know a filtration system that's all in one that could do that and leave the minerals. I never seen it. If it's got one, somebody please show me. I never seen it. So we're headed back in, people. Kept that video short and sweet for you. So now you see it. You see it for yourself. I ain't got no reason to lie to you whatsoever. I ain't gonna gain nothing from it. So I don't even see the point. So I don't. And to be frank, I'm gonna show you again. For all you unbelieving people, there's food that you can't have drinking rainwater. It's crazy. You can get it. You can filter it, clean it, make sure all the extra stuff out of it clean, blah, blah, blah. Filter it down, drink it. If you do some research, you'll find out that people have been drinking rainwater for a long time. A long time. This is old. So again, you see this? It says 0. Dropping it in the water. It ain't no jokes. Ain't no jokes there. 246 parts per million. Straight from the tap. You can't make that up. It is what it is. So, that's free water to go get and drink you some water. That's why people be having rain barrels and catching rainwater and filtering and been drinking for a long time because they know that the water that they're drinking that's coming from God is way cleaner than the mess that's coming through the city, rusted old pipes and clay and dirt and all kinds of foolishness, and it ain't gonna be changed out. You don't have to change God's pipes out. They already good to go. You ain't got to change the filter every 20 days. It's good to go. You don't. It's good. You can do some extra precautionary cleaning of the water. And when I say you would do that, is if it's hitting buildings and rooftops and it's riding off top of there, then you need to do some filtering, which I would. But just to be on the safe side, you don't know what's in the air or not, just filter it anyway. That's what I do. But again, I'm telling you, that's up to you. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna tell you to do that, do anything. All I'm gonna tell you is this is what I do, and this is what works for me. Now, you do what works for you. And this was just to be an educational thing to try to show you that this whole video is about that the water coming from tap is way more contaminated than rainwater would ever be. Glad I can help you. Love you guys. I hope you wake up this new year and be better than you ever have before. Hope the blessings of God rain down on you and you be the best you ever been, and your finances grow, your relationships with your family grow, and you grow tighter together as one than you ever have before. That's what I want for you. Love you guys. I'm not doing this for my health. I'm doing this to help somebody. And if it's not going to help anybody, I'm going to stop doing it. I'll go find me something else to do. So I hope this helps you. Love you guys. Thank you guys for your support. People that support them, they know who they are. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all the subscribers. Thank you guys. But for me, right at this point, I want people to learn something. I want to learn something, understand it, get it while you got a chance to get it. Because as you can see, it's trying to stop you from doing every single thing. Everything is about money. Everything is about control. It's free. It's from the freaking sky. It's places right now it's illegal to catch water that God gave us. Are you serious? It ain't your water, no way. How you gonna take something that God gave us for free and make it yours and govern it? Are you serious? Okay. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I jumps out there in that water. I'm here to talk to you. But anyway, love you guys. I proved my point. I hope you learned something, especially my local people. Because the reason I made this, not that other people don't do it, that I just feel like a lot of my local people just don't, maybe possibly just don't look for that type of content. I just don't know. And if they're not, then I'm like, hey, if I put it out there, then maybe more people in my local area will look at that type of content, or it'll show up on my end. Because I don't see I didn't really just see a lot of people just trying to prep like from Mississippi that I saw. I specifically typed in Mississippi preppers and couldn't find nothing. I found people that was used to be in Mississippi, and they went around and it was in the surrounding areas and they prep, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. I love you guys. I ain't gonna hold you any longer. I'm gonna let you go. I hope you learned something, and I'm gonna keep shooting it to you. I just need you to get it and wake up. This is a 2023. We're gonna be victorious together at the end of this thing. So let's get it. Let's go.